over the past 2 years versus what the next 2 years would look, I think growth differential between banks and NBFCs would actually narrow down. That is one observation that I have. The other thing, NBFCs have grown at a faster clip compared to banks is also because there are certain segments where NBFCs participate a lot more compared to banks. For example, if you look at gold loan, which as an industry is doing quite well because prices have gone up, and for the same tonnage of gold, you now can disburse a larger amount of credit. There, NBFCs are the main participants, and banks are a much smaller participant historically. Although banks have increased their participation in the last 5 6 years, but so there are some of these segments where NBFCs tend to do well. And that is and similarly housing as a category where banks have 15-20% of their loan books in that category has been more stable than some of the other credit categories, and so therefore that also tends to help NBFCs. So there are these specific sector reasons that NBFCs have done slightly better than banks, and maybe will continue to do slightly better than banks over the next 2 years. But I think that gap will actually narrow down. So that's my view on NBFCs versus banks in terms of growth.